Hi everybody, good afternoon. It's Diana with stampingwithdi.com, and I want to welcome you to this week's Teach Me Tuesdays. It is episode 96, and this is September the 7th, 2021. Fun finds, and they are and I ended up getting some more. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to like hold them up like this because some of them are kind of big, and if I turn the phone it's just going to be confusing. But then when I do my project, then I'll turn the phone. All right, so I'll have to kind of go like this to see if anyone says anything. All right, so hey Nancy, Jeannie, Dawn. Okay, so let me show you, and let me know if you like when I do this or not. I mean, because it's Dollar Tree stuff or dollar store or whatever. But then I also use hey Charlotte, I also use Stampin' Up stuff, right? All right, now this is just kind of weird. All right, see this thing right here, this hook thing, not the paper towel. This is actually, everything is $1, right, at the dollar store, and it's actually like the thing that hooks on your cabinet for holds like a cloth towel. But I have one of those IKEA rolling carts, and I always have a hard time finding something to put my paper towels on there. Like I could never find anything that hooks. So this is actually that. So all I did was I pulled it apart, and then I was able to put my paper towel on it, and then you just have to like go like that. I won't be able to do it on the camera. There. And then it goes back together. I can't do it on the camera, but anyway. But now it hooks on my IKEA rolly cart. So, because, but it's perfect. So now I have paper towels hanging on my rolly cart. And usually I have it on the bottom, because now it's going to unroll because I have it wrong. I have it on the wrong one. All right. So now I have this whole roll of paper towel on the floor. Okay, so now I always pick these up whenever I see them. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, oh, TZ. I feel like I watch Walking Dead, and then they have the Talking Dead afterwards, and I feel like that guy that talks, and he reads people's comments, and he like reads their whole their name or whatever. So anyways, but it's not a paper towel holder, Nancy. It's an over the counter. It's an over the counter. Like it's like this. When you get it, it's just like this. I don't know if you're supposed to take it apart, but you have to be able to get the paper towel on it, because this is really that goes underneath your cabinet for the cloth towel, like to dry your hands, not paper towel. Because see, now I have paper towel everywhere. So all I did was I just pulled it apart so I could put the paper towel in there, and then it hangs on my rolly cart. So make sure, if you ask them about it, it's not for paper towel. So that's what I used it for. All right, so aloha. Hey, hi Eileen. Okay, so I always grab these because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a wreath with this size or this size. So I grabbed both of them. But then I also picked up these. So look how fun these are. So these are really cool, and they've got these fun little bats on them. Because I do like a tier tray in the house, and it's like seasonal. And then sometimes you just need something to stick in there. It's kind of deep. So sometimes I have doilies or whatever, and I thought these would be fun if I don't make a wreath with them. I'm gonna stick them in the bottom of the tier tray, so it will add some purple and some black. So I grabbed a whole bunch of those. All right, so a whole bunch of those. I always love to get greenery stuff, so I really liked these. And usually I take them off the stick, and then I will stick them in the tier tray too, because they just pop right off here, and then you can just stick them, on your hutch, in your tier tray, wherever you want. All right, so I think that's there. I always grab cotton balls. So I grabbed cotton balls. All right. They also have the, I always talk about these. I use the cotton rounds when I do my watercoloring, and it just keeps my my water painter, you know, under control. I also use it when I do my nails. So I grabbed those because, you know, I'd rather spend $1. All right, so these were cute. So these are metal words, and they say haunted, spooky, and beware. So these are fun too if you do tier trays to stick in there, and then you can spray paint them if you want. Yeah, I was like, I grabbed 2 of them because I have one now by the kitchen, but then I was like, well, can I pull it apart? And I thought, you know what, if I break it, I can't get it. It was $1. All right, then I got these. Look how cute these are. Eek! Woo! So I've been grabbing at least 2 or 3 because I want to be able to like finish one, and if it doesn't work out, you know. So I grabbed a couple of those. Look how cute these are. So these are just wood little ghosts, and they're just this finished little wood. And even if you didn't keep the faces, I'm going to be doing a covered thing today. So even if you didn't want the face and you just wanted the shape, if you cover it with the DSP or whatever, you can cover both sides, and then you wouldn't know that that face is there if you just wanted the shape of the ghost. All right, so sorry, I keep going off camera. All right, I loved these. I'm not a big butterfly person, but these are really, really pretty. So they've got like some 3-dimension to them. They look really, really real, so I loved those. I usually grab the paintbrushes because then they're so cheap. You don't have to worry about cleaning them and just toss it. I know it is bad. Probably shouldn't for our environment. All right. Then I grabbed a couple of these. I'm a big Halloween. I like to do Halloween. So these are fun. So I got 2 of those. Some people don't do Halloween. But hey, Carol. Hey, Mary. Okay. And then, let's see what else is in this one, and then we can get to our project. All right, I did get more of these because I have some ideas for them. And if it works out, they might end up being a goodie, or not a goodie, but a gut. It might be part of, you know, my goodies or guts. So I grabbed a bunch of those. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. But you know what? He was only $1. So he's too cute. So I really don't know what I'm going to do with the monkey. But Eric's Nick, we always called him Monkey. I still do. He's going to be 33 and I still say, hey, Monkey. These are adorable. They stand up. Those are so cute. All right, what else is in here? So, oh, and I grabbed these because, again, these would be perfect in your tier tray. So these are, they've got some fun little sayings. They are hangy things, but I thought they would still be cute in the tier tray. Or, I love this, the witch is in. That might stay out all the time. But some people have a tree, right? Like, they have trees not just for Christmas. All right, so let's see. Is this the same one? Nope. I kind of like skulls. So this was cute too. So again, some more tier tray stuff. And then what I usually do is I switch out the ribbon, and I put Stampin' Up! Ribbon in there. Now you already saw what I did with the Ray Dunn with these cute little things. And then so I grabbed another one, and they also had them in pretty purple. So I will probably stick these around in my tier tray too. All right, I think that was it. All right, so now I have stuff everywhere. So let's get to our project. All right, let me get this off of the table. So I haven't gone, I haven't gone anywhere for like 2 weeks. All right, so let me flip the phone. All right, flip the phone. So when I talked about those hearts, right, they might end up being, if it turns out like I think it's going to, I might have it be part of my new ink center where you can pick goodies or guts. So that's what I meant. So, and it's fun. Like I've been getting a lot of people say, oh, this is such a great idea. So far, I think everybody that has ordered and has earned this month, and you have to order 75 before tax and shipping before you can choose if you want the goodies or the guts. So far, everybody has picked the guts. So that makes me feel good. All right, so here is the Hostess Code. I always make sure I mention that. If you are ordering in my store, please use that. Unless you're in one of my clubs or are ordering 150 before tax and shipping. Okay, so let's get to the fun part. All right, so the things that I'm going to be using today are the Give It a Whirl. And it's so funny. I have used this die a few times, but I've yet to actually use it to make the actual Give It a Whirl thing. I've been using all the heart. I think I've used the banner before, so it has some cute little pieces with it. I'm also going to be using the layering circles and the dandy wishes. All right, put that aside. And I'm using the Harvest Metal Dsp. Now this DSP is so amazing. And it might not like stand out, right? It might not jump out at you because it's just kind of subdued. The colors are very muted and I just love it. It reminds me, I'm a big blue jean person, t-shirts, and that's what this reminds me of. It just reminds me of, you know, you have wore these t-shirts till they're almost threadbare and you still wear it. You know, it washes like a rag. You know, that's how Granny and my mom probably said it too, right? That just washes like a rag. But that's what this reminds me of. Just some t-shirts. So we're going to use this DSP. All right, stick that back there. And then what I showed one other time was this cute little owl. So I have showed this, I think the first time I did the Dollar Tree stuff, I think I had this cute little owl. So we're going to do this. So I'm just using the sticky that I peeled off of there. Now this is the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel Anna White. So I don't know if you know Sweet Miss Daisy, but Anna White, she does amazing stuff. So she has a really cute channel on here. So I'm going to channel Anna, and I'm not going to worry too much about that because it's the back. All right, and I'm going to use this paper. So we're going to do the back of this owl, and I'm just going to use my green tip glue. So hopefully I'm not missing any of your questions. Let's see. So, all right, so we are going to scribble the green tip glue. I know it's not called green tip glue, but that's what I call it. All right. So I'm just going to put this on the back, only because you're going to use a file, and I would rather, when I do the front, if I were to, you know, by accident scuff up the back one, I would rather scuff up the back one than my front. So that's why I'm doing my back first. So I'm just kind of wiggling it around. We're just covering this up like so. And you can just, this just moves the glue around in there. And we're just going to let it dry for a second. And then what I've got is, I also grabbed at the dollar store, and these are just nail files, right? So you, and it's a nice big one, because you're just going to rub the DSP off your owl. All right. So let's see what else. I also grabbed this. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to put the owl on here, so we're going to decide together. So I also grabbed this here, and just like I said about this tulle or whatever it is, twine, I'll take that off and put Stampin' Up! Ribbon there, just because I like our ribbon better. All right. So that should be hopefully pretty good. So then I'm just going to turn it around, and I'm going to cut as close as I can to our little owl, just so that I don't have to use my file like too much, so I get as close as I can to the edge. Now this is a thicker piece of, I think it's called MBF or MDF or something like that. I think that's what this kind of wood is called. I don't really know, but that's what I think it is. So it's got a little bit of a thickness to it. All right, so I'm just trimming around. This also will give it that glue some time to dry. So I haven't decided yet if, so I've got a couple of owls that I've got going here so that you don't have to watch me do him or her from totally like all the way done, you know what I mean? So I haven't decided. I think I'm going to save one for the tier tray because she'll be cute, like sticking in there. And then that one, we can decide if we're going to stick it on that galvanized sign. So what I should have done, I had, when I picked up these owls originally, they have these cute, just plain galvanized sign, and I thought, oh, I don't need that. And then later I thought, oh, I should have got it. And then of course it was gone the next time. So it's kind of like if you go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx, if you see it, get it, because it's not going to be there the next time. All right, so that should give time for that to be dry. And let me scoot up this a little bit. Now this is very messy, so usually I'm doing it down like near the floor, but we're going to do it up here so you can see. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking the nail file and I'm just rubbing it along, and what that does is the nail file actually cuts that DSP off. So it's almost gratifying, right, when it drops off. So you're just going to go around, go in all the little nooks and crannies, and I probably should take my jewelry off because it's probably getting scratched. I'm going to take my jewelry off. Hang on a minute. All right. Gotta look so pretty with my rings. Okay, so rub, rub, rub. So we're just going to go all the way around. All right. So let's pretend we've gone all the way around. See, it's kind of messy. All right, so let's pretend we've gone all the way around, okay? Then we're going to do this side. I know, right? Fun. I didn't want to say haul because I think a lot of people say haul, and I didn't want to say the same word. So then I was just like, I was just saying fun finds. Because it could just be one thing, right? It might just be one thing. So I thought, well, I always want to say the same thing. And if I come on here one time and say, oh, I got a haul, and then it's one item, people be like, that wasn't much of a haul. All right, so let's see. So I just thought, I'll say fun finds. You know me, I like the letters to say the same. All right, let's see. Should I finish it? All right, and we're gonna go on his toes. All right, so we're done. I mean, we're not done, but we're done enough. So then I'm gonna rub it on my pants to get that dust off because I've got sweatpants on today. Okay, then we have all these cute little strips of the DSP over here, and we're gonna start gluing them to our owl. So what I do is I lay them out first so that I don't want to repeat, like I don't want them to repeat too quick to each other. So this way, if I lay them out, then I can go, oh, I want that one there, or I want this one, you know, over here. So this is just easier if you lay them out ahead of time. And then you can just grab them and start gluing. All right. And I love this one that looks like sunflowers. You know me, I love sunflowers. this one right here. Oh, I love that one. All right. And then up here. And this is way too many strips, but I'd rather have more ready to go than you need. All right, then we're just going to use the same green tip glue. And we're just going to put it on our owl's feet. Let me scoot down a little bit. All right. And then what I do is I kind of wiggle it a little bit. And then it goes into all the nooks and crannies that you might miss. All right. And then we're just going to stagger the next layer. And I want to go over this one a little bit. So if I touch the glue, touch, and then I'll have a little bit of glue on the edge. So same thing. We want it to be good and glued. So if you put the glue on the owl, then you know exactly where, you know, the bumps are. And I just cut these all the same length. And then I just changed the width of them. So these are all like 6 inches wide. The back one, you know, for this owl was 6 by 7. And that way it covered, you know, all the pieces because of his, how tall she is. But, all right, so we're just going to keep putting these on. All right. Now I'm not going to do the whole thing because I have one that I have done a little bit further. Another reason why I need to grab more than one, right? Okay, so touch a little bit, overlap. So I just want to kind of keep them straight. All right, so I'm going to stop there so I don't get any more glue up there. All right, so these, I'll just finish this one after. So let me bring one over that I've already got the glue. It's so messy, but it's so fun. All right, so here's this one. So I've already, you know, got it done. What I also did was, because Anna does it, she takes this little tool here, but it was a little harder to see, and you just go like this. So you can't see them that much on the camera than you can like in person. And I think she's way stronger than me because hers seemed to show like a lot better. So I almost did just a whole bunch of strips with the die that had the stitching. All right, so can you kind of see that there's some stitches there? So certain colors you can see better. So to me, it looks like it's like a quilted kind of owl. So then I just need to finish some of because I didn't do it all the way. So I'm just going around and getting all the little pieces off the edges. So that looks pretty good. All right. Then I'm going to take my grid sheet that is hiding every time. All right, so now we have our grid sheet. And I'm going to put a little bit of sponging on it. So I'm going to use a blending brush and cinnamon cider. And we're just going to kind of shabby this up a little bit so it's not so pristine. Oh, another thing I forgot to show you. This is Target dollar spot. Look how cute these are. Oh my gosh. So I had my shipped girl. I says, can you run by the dollar spot and see if they have any Halloween stuff? And she sent me a couple pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I want these cute little pumpkins. If I'd have known how adorable they were, like for real, I would have said, grab me more. But aren't they so cute? Oh, the big nail file was from the dollar store. So it works perfect. And it's nice and gravelly. Like I would not want to use it on my nails. So I'm sure it's for like your fake nails, right? All right. So we're going to put a little bit, and we're just going to rub it on the edge. And that's just going to emphasize that edge a little bit. And shabby it up. And again, this was cinnamon cider. So this just makes it look even more kind of like it was an old quilt. You know, it's got some age on it. It was in Granny's cupboard. I just love the look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm not a quilter. I'm a stamper. But I feel like I made a quilt this way, right? All right. So this was pretty easy in regards to the strips because I just, you know, I just trimmed them and glued them on. If you had a smaller thing you were covering, you could probably use some of the dies that have the stitches. Because I was going to try that, but she was too long. And then like right here, it wasn't reaching. So I'm like, so then I just end up not using it. All right. So then I'm going to go over the whole thing just so lightly. I mean, it's just barely adding any, but it's just making it be just a little grungy. Can we say grungy? All right. And then I was trying to decide, okay, well, my owl is so cute. Do we leave our owl just plain, or do we put a little face on our owl? And I thought, you know what? I want to put a little face on my owl. So we're going to do that. So then I went over to my catalog and I looked at all my dies. And I was like, okay, this die might work. This die might work. All right. I have got to get that mess off the table. All right. So then I just used a bunch of dies and a bunch of punches. So let's start. So we have a little thing. So let's start to make our eyes. So we have, this is where our layering circles come in. I'm glad you like this because it's just kind of like a little bit of everything. Okay, now this is where that Dandy Wishes came in. And these are the circles from the Give It a Whirl. So there might have been the similar sizes in the circle, you know, but I had that die out, so I picked it up. All right, so we're of like the iris, is that what you call it? The iris of the eye, or like, you know, so that's going to go there. So this is what our eyes are going to be like. And this was Misty Moonlight and Pool Party in basic white. And then, so these were punches. So this is now these aren't Stampin' Up! Punches because we don't have these size. So this is a 3/4 because I think I always retired ours. And I was crazy and got rid of them instead of keeping them. So I had to rebuy. So 3/4 of a circle and then 3/8 of a circle. I don't know why I did that. All right. So that's going to go on there. So this starts to look like our eyes. And then I wait on the pupil because I don't know how I want the owl to feel. All right, so let's start to glue. But don't they look like cute little eyes for our owls? All right, and I'm going to use dimensionals so that they pop off. Put some of the plants on the... That's what I was going to do, right? So what I want to do, the leaves that I got, from the dies, that's what I was doing. I was going to do it in black, so there was like a silhouette plant on the front of the owl. And then I didn't like the feel of it. I wanted to play some more. And then Matt made me get this die out, of course. And I was like, oh, that looks like it would be fun for the eye. And then it just totally went from a flower to an eyeball. So yeah, you totally could. I even was thinking of doing like, you know me and sunflowers, right? So let me, hang on, let me get this here. So this is the center. Years ago, I'm scooting back, hold on a minute, so I dropped everything off the floor. All right, so years ago, either spring social or fall social. This was one of the little goodies. So this was just a little sunflower that I made with the punches. So I was thinking this would look cute, right? A little sunflower on the foot. So I still haven't decided. Because now that he's got his face on there, I didn't want it to get too busy. So if I don't put a face on one, I think I will put flowers. All right, so we've got our little eyeballs going. And then the rest of it is going to be flat. Just flat on there. All right, so now we've got our iris or whatever that would be called. I just thought it made it, it gave my little owl, it made her look more alive, right? Than just a white eye. All right. And the Misty Moonlight goes with the DSP. So I also was, you know, paying attention to the DSP when I was picking out my colors. All right. So then we have our white. So it goes on top of here. And then I'll put this on here. Might be easier. And my nose is still an allergy craziness. All right. So these are my pupils or whatever, but I'm waiting on the pupils. All right. I also did the heart. So this is also from the Give It a Whirl die. And what do you think that's going to be? What do you think that's going to be? So does that help if I put that down there? All right, let me get those chads off of there. All right, so let me get some dimensionals. Now, if you want, you could probably hot glue, you know, this kind of stuff, but I just was like, no, I'm good. I'm just using dimensionals and glue dots and stuff like that. All right. So this is actually going to be the beak. All right. So this is the little beak, and I'm just trying to visualize, you know, the little neck, and that I have about the same amount of space here. All right. So then we're going to put our little eyeballs on here. Like that. So let's put, you know me, I'm always like putting them on the thing so I don't over put the dimensionals on the wrong spot. All right, so that looks good. So then I just have to repeat that placement on the other side. All right, then peel them off. Oh, and what I forgot to do, but that's okay. I did sponge a little bit around the beak, and I forgot. No problem. Nobody will know, except you and me, right? I just told you. Nobody else will know. All right, let's get that out of there. Okay, so now we're going to go eyeball. And eyeball. I'm just trying to make sure they're about the same. It looks about the same. All right. Now, this also is if you want to give your owl a eyebrow. So do you want your owl to have an eyebrow? So this is just a circle that I cut out. So that gives the owl like a different look. So here, let me show you this other one. So this is the one I've been looking at. So you can see the difference. So this might help you decide, do you want an eyebrow? Now he still needs his pupils, and I put a little bow up here. So he still needs his pupils. So see how it gives him kind of you like the eyebrows, Carol? Okay. So see, it just kind of gives him a little, like he's tired almost. All right, so if you want the eyebrows, we will put eyebrows on the one. So if I'm going to put the eyebrows on the one, I believe, let me see. Get that. I think I want to put my eyes in the center. Let me just see how this looks. This is why I didn't glue my thing. So you can angle that. You can go straight. It just totally like makes your owl look totally different. All right, so I'm gonna put the eyeballs in this oh, this wood. Oh, no eyebrow. Oh, okay. We got one eyebrow and one eye. Okay, so one has. So let's just see. We'll do one of each. So I'm just putting a little thing here. So we've got her eye and her eye. And then I'm going to put a little bit of sponging on here. Just to emphasize that shape. So that kind of right, like there's a boy and a girl. All right. So then you can make them go angly. So you can make them go angly, which gives him almost like he's thinking. Or you can go straight up and down, you know, like that. So anyways, okay. So I'm going to put some glue dots. Where's my glue dots? So I think I'm going to put them at an angle. So let's get glue dots going. So we're just going to put some glue dots. So she has a bow. He doesn't. So what I could do, oh my gosh, you know what would be so cute? Is if I got that suit and tie dye out and gave him a tie. Wouldn't that be fun? If he had like a little tie there? That would be so cute. All right. So then, and I still have to put the white eyes. All right. So they're not quite the same, but that's fine. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of gel pen. So you have that little white dot of an eye. All right, so cute. All right, so what we could do is, so this is one I tied earlier. We could make this be down here, right? So then it's more like a bow tie instead of a hair tie. Aren't the eyelids, oh yeah, they're eyelids. Did I say eyebrows? Yeah, because I had these, right? I also had these, and I thought, ooh, how freaky would it be if you put these, and this is from that same die. So like if you put these behind like that, it gives that eye an even, you know, a different look. So see? Isn't that funny? So then she would have really looked like a girl if she had those. But so anyways, so I could put it down here, or I could do the die and give him an actual tie. So I'm gonna wait because I don't want to put this on here and then change my mind and tear that DSP. But so isn't that fun? All right, so this is what I'm not sure about. So this is, I know, right? Those lashes are crazy. So let's see here. So this is what I'm thinking I want to put one of them on here. And then I just have a chalk marker, and then you can write, you know, whatever you want. But what I would do is I would take this off and put the black. So, who goes there? Who goes there? All right, but I would take this off and put this, because then it goes with her bow. So that's what I'm probably gonna do, and then I would hot glue it on there. But they're so cute. So yeah, I think I will put the little tie on the little guy, so then he does have, you know, he's the boy and the girl. But so yeah, I should have put, I was gonna do the lashes, but then he would have these big old lashes. So I still have a third one to do. So maybe I'll put lashes on that third one. But anyways, so hopefully you thought that was fun. And she's gonna look fun whether I stick her on that thing, which I probably will, because, you know, you could write anything, like anything can go in there, because, you know, it's this, right? So I have to cover this up, because I don't want to stick her over here, because the talking, you know, is over there. So that's why I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to cover that up and just glue her directly on there. Jeff probably, in all his 100 million tools that he has in his shop, I bet you Jeff has something that he could actually go and just cut that off. So maybe I'll ask before I glue that on there. But I think they're so fun. And this DSP, any DSP would work. But I love this fall kind of look, because they just kind of are fun fall little things. So anyway, so thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel, for my Whatcha Making Wednesdays. Oh, thank you, Mary. Art class was my favorite class in school. Math, no. Math, I could almost cry thinking about math class, because I am not a math person. I even as an adult, I'm really horrible at math. But I love art and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm so glad you liked my little owl, and I will put the supplies down underneath, and I will take some pictures. I'll put the little tie and see if it's a good enough size or whatever, and then I'll put them on my blog, and then I'll put my blog post down below too. Oh, Jackie, wasn't math? Oh, I swear, you know, I don't do math. I have a calculator. So anyways, all right. But, and that's why I measure in dits too. 2 dits, 3 dits. But, all right. Home ec. Oh, I liked home ec too. I had a really good home ec teacher. I didn't know how good she was till I had stuff going on as a teenager, and she come up to me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, no other teacher picked up on that. And you weren't going to say as a teenager that, you know, you've got things going on. And so from that day on, I was like, wow, you know, I just loved her as a teacher. So anyways, all right, so I'm going to say see you later, alligator. We will see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel. All right, thanks so much, everyone. Bye.